And hello, everyone.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Howdy!
Oh, that's better.
What did you do?
Nothing. Just had to turn off something. That's okay. Right. Welcome back, everyone, to another Adobe Live session on a wonderful Friday. Today, we're pretty much the only stream that's going on because it's a global day off here at Adobe.
But the show must go on.
The show must go on because we have a fantastic stream for you today with the one and only Juliet Zieger.
Yes. Hi, Tim.
How are you on this
I'm doing good.
Friday morning?
I have this strange feeling I forgot something important, like I didn't turn on my camera or I don't know.
Oh, the music is missing. That's what's like, yeah, of course. Hang on.
Yeah.
Can I play a bit of music?
Did I feed on it?
That's better. Right. So let's say hi to everyone in the chat who's watching us today.
Hello.
Hi. Okay,
Hello, chat.
Because today joining us in the live chat are Andreas and Caroline and Emma. Hey, Emma.
Hello.
And General Kenobi. Hello there.
Hello.
Jack, Watson, Kirsty Hepworth, Linda, Laura, Michelle, Oliver, Sean. Guten Tag.
Sean,
Stuart,
guten Tag.
Tony. Hello. Hi, baby.
Hi, babies.
And yes, it is the third stream of the portrait painting painting hackathon.
Painting.
The portrait painting hackathon. And Julia, what's in store for today?
Today, guess what, Tim? We're gonna be painting.
No way! Wow.
No, I will repeat what I did the last 2 days. I will confuse you as much as possible, and then I leave for lunch. Actually, I will leave for a bike ride after this today. Russell and I will go on an adventure, yes.
We're going on an adventure.
My bag's over there. Everything's packed. I'm just...
Oh yeah. All right. Well, then let's not wait for too long and make sure that everyone is watching on the right page. Because if you're watching this, anywhere but on Behance, you're not on the right place. Come on over to behance.net/Adobe Live. Once again, that's behance.net/Adobe Live to join the chat and say hi. If this is your first time joining us, make sure to say where you're from and say hi in the chat because we always want to hear who is joining us. All right. Bitte, Russell. Bitte.
Bitte.
And with that, I think, Emma is saying, on vacation today, so happy to sit back and watch the stream.
That's cool.
Hope you're not cycling while watching. Like,
don't do that.
Okay.
You have, there are these stands that you can put on your handle, so you can have your iPad right here or your iPhone. You're driving.
Okay. All right. Well, long-time listener, first-time caller. Welcome to the stream, Sean. Right. Hello. Okay. Well, then let's quickly go over to your screen and tell us. Oh no! Before we do that, we have a challenge.
Right. That's the most important thing today. Actually, I'm just, my painting is just decoration today. Actually, the main purpose of this stream today is actually the challenge and finding a winner.
A lucky winner. And
the winner.
We will do that at the end of the stream. So if you haven't submitted your work yet, do it now.
You have like 50 minutes left, or like 45 maybe.
And even if you're not finished, still submit. Who knows? You can win.
Submit. If you submit, you're in to win. If you don't, you already lost, right?
You're in it to win it. And with that, if you don't submit, you already lost. Yeah, that's right. All right.
Grasshopper. If you don't participate, you're already loser.
And with that, Let's go over to your screen. So we are once again in Photoshop, and you have prepared the image from last time. Have you made any changes?
No, I didn't. I just left it the way it was. That's my entry screen for today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we just did on Wednesday. And today I actually got, on Wednesday I asked if someone from the community could send me a couple of pictures that I could paint today of themselves or nice pictures that they've taken. And Sean sent me a couple of pictures, and also Russell did. Thank you, baby. And he sent me a really nice picture of a person you all might know. It's right here. You know this guy?
Who's that?
That is Rufus.
Uncle Rufus.
Uncle Rufus in the stream here. How is he? I haven't seen him in ages.
Just talked to him yesterday. He is really busy with a conference called Max. Not sure if you have heard this before.
No.
It's very interesting.
Adobe Max, never heard of that before.
Yeah, no idea, right?
What is it? When is it?
I don't know. It's like a small conference of a couple of people.
Okay.
Okay.
Insider. Okay.
So what would you like to do today?
I would like to take a look at this. I already prepared a couple of shapes. Just to remember everybody, what we do first is to divide the picture into light and dark and light and shadow. And I was trying to do that here. I haven't done any measuring right now. I just put in some helper lines on his face over there that I can hide and show. And over there, on top of that, I already have my value range in place. I looked at the picture with my color picker. And again, if you pick a color in there, you can see here this B stands for brightness. This is actually the scale up and down here on the left, where you can see how dark or bright a value is. And that's you
can actually click on the circle next to the B if you want to change
and then you
it
have
to
that.
brightness.
And then you have that scale right here.
All right. Nice.
Yes. Okay, so I use a color picker to get some colors out here and to see where the lights are. The lights are here, 99%, that's pretty white. And let's see over here, I would say it's up to 80 maybe. What did I say here? 95, that's my light range I decided. And my halftones are in between 80 and I think 25, yeah. And my darks are between 0 and 10, around there. 6, yeah, that's fine. So that's my overall, baseline on which I'm gonna color pick when I'm starting to blend and do the halftones later. But first things first, I have his face here and I'm gonna start painting. Where are my brushes? Right here, I have my painting white soft connected, and now let's start.
So do you always use these sort of, let's call them basic brushes, or do you also have some of the I assume you could use like some of the impressionist or expressionist brushes from Kyle. Have you ever used those to paint?
Of course. And it's much more fun actually. Most of the stuff that I have in my work folder that I showed you on Monday, most of them I actually draw on the iPad, and and it's a bit different. It's a different experience for me, at least, to work on a screen instead of a tablet next to you. I like that much better because actually I'm straining my arm since Monday here. Yeah.
So your tablet doesn't have a screen on it, right?
No, I have the Intuos 5 Pro M, which is just a black surface.
Well, good enough. Black like my soul. Right. Let's have a look at the chat while you start the blocking process. I think that's what it's called. Or are you already in blending process?
That's the block-in process. That's right. And right now I'm looking at the proportions to see if I can get it right.
Alrighty. Well then, let me have a look at the chat to see who's joining again. Oh, Sandrine, hello.
Hello.
Oliver says, I already booked time off work to attend the 2 days of virtual Max. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Max is virtual and free. And that's, I think, really,
like last year.
Really cool.
That is cool.
And
I'm looking forward to it.
Pretty much all of the sessions from last year's Max, they're still online.
That's cool. Yeah, on YouTube, right?
On the Max page.
Oh, the Max page. Okay.
I think max.adobe.com. Don't quote me on that. And Helmut.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
Good Tag.
And Tim is in fact the front man of the Flugelhorn of Death, a new metal band. Check out their single Black Like My Soul. Yeah, we're a very special black metal band. We have ukulele. It's a ukulele metal.
The ukulele.
The yeah. Still got time to get birthday cards in, not until tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Gareth, isn't it your birthday? Or was it your birthday? Remind me,
nice.
please. I think either it's very soon today or it was just a couple of days ago.
We'll sing happy birthday for you.
No, we won't.
I will.
I can play it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and the 5 Summer Things challenge also ended a couple of days ago. It was really fun. They did Gareth and Sean work together on tomorrow is Gareth's birthday, so we can't sing it
okay.
yet.
I will sing for you tomorrow when I'm on my bike ride.
Just imagine someone singing happy birthday just randomly.
In the middle of nowhere, start singing happy birthday.
So, quick question. What are those red lines on top of
Yes, these are my measurement angles, my little helper lines. I put these here to see if I draw down the line from his left pupil down, where will it meet? And you can see that's a cool indicator here. It meets the left angle of his nose. It also goes right here through his mouth, and it actually hits the corner of his chin. So there's some cool proportion going on that I can later use to get the proportions right on my end here. So if I what's my color picker? If I choose a red and I, for example, take a look at where the nose ends, I can see it's right over here with his hair, or his tear duct here. Where's that? Actually meeting the crease of his lips and here on his chin. So these are all helpers actually to help you get the proportions right.
Yeah, because if you just look at it and if you don't have a trained eye, your eye can deceive you and say,
totally.
Oh, yeah, the eyes are at the top of the head, where actually they aren't.
But I think that's the actual fun part of painting, is actually to learn seeing, because people think it's holding a pen and applying pigment to some kind of canvas, but it's not. It's actually learning to see. And your eyes and your brain especially will trick you all the time. And when you ask someone to paint an eye, that's what people do. They do that. They're like, this is an eye right here. But this, is a symbol of an eye. An eye looks totally different from person to person and from angle to angle and perspective. So what you actually have to do is switch off that symbol part of your brain and actually start seeing shapes instead of what you think an eye is, okay?
I've seen some people start painting upside down, so they flip the image first to get rid of this shape recognition, and then...
Right, that's a great trick.
It can help, but personally I find it even more confusing. Like, what's going on now?
But you can actually see when you start tracing that it's actually an exercise. You have a picture, you turn it upside down, and instead of looking at the subject, you're just seeing shapes, and then you start tracing shapes, you turn it around, compare it, and you see, I'm actually able to draw. And that's a cool thing to actually realize that you're not, there's nothing missing here. You don't need the artist gene. It's just observing.
All right, and that's exactly why, hang on. We will now start streaming flipped.
Okay, cool.
There we are. For viewers from Australia, welcome.
That's funny. Okay, so there's
and now we can actually see the different shapes and see if it actually matches. Isn't that
That's fun. I can't see that. But I can flip it.
Now it's back right side up. All right, let's flip it back. There we are. Well, that was interesting.
That is interesting. It helps. It really does.
Right. So remember, people, if you want to flip it upside down, just ask someone to do an Adobe live stream for you and flip the image for you. Easy.
Tim can do it for you.
And then just with a tiny delay of 30 seconds, you will have a flipped image.
So what I'm doing right here is actually to merge everything that I think is shadow and darkness. And remember what I said Monday, Wednesday, darkness is the local color of an object. It's the local color of an object without light and without shadows or artificial lighting. It is simply Rufus' dark eyes, his dark eyebrows, the color of his hair. That is darkness. And in between there are also shadows, like underneath his eyes, there is a shadow. Inside his eye is a shadow. And I'm merging them all together to get my shapes here for the proportions. That's the thing I'm going to do. That would take some time.
Mm-hmm.
And the more accurate you are, the more it's going to look like the person you have in front of you.
When you can't quite match the proportions, say for example, you suddenly find out that the forehead was a bit too large compared to the chin or whatever, do you just redraw that, or do you sometimes use the transform tool to warp the perspective a bit? Whatever?
There are so many ways to do that. One thing I really like is the liquify filter. Mm-hmm. It's like having a smudge tool, like having your finger and pushing the pigment around. You can adjust the size a bit on your needs, and then you can actually say, I think this shape should be more over here because of the roundness of his head, or I think this part should be more up there because his forehead is longer, and all these things, and then you just click OK, and there you go.
Okay.
Also a cool thing is the lasso tool. If you have just a couple of shapes and you see that they are not where they're supposed to be, you just select it, you go to free transform, and then you can, scale it, rotate it, replace it, and whatever you need. So that's the big advantage over analog, having all these digital tools. They are very forgiving and it can save you a lot of time.
Totally, yes. Michelle says, I like your jokes, Tim. Oh, thanks. That's one. One person.
I like them too.
Well, you couldn't see it.
What did you do?
I flipped the image.
I saw that. I had my little zoom window up here, yeah.
Oh.
Of course, I'm observing. I'm an artist. It's my job.
Trust me, I'm an artist. Where's your artist's license? Can I see that?
I actually wrote myself one a couple of years ago.
You mean you painted it?
Yeah. Here's your allowance to be an artist. Yeah, it's so good that nobody needs that. Everybody can be an artist. I find this should be a little rounder, so I'm going to raise that.
And if you have just joined us, you still have until the end of the stream to submit to the Discord, and we're still waiting.
We haven't talked about the price yet, did we? Maybe some people will be intrigued the moment they found out what they are going to
win. And they will start painting a new image within
now. You have 20 minutes.
Yes, I can talk about that. So, just in case you don't know, there is a prize attached to the challenge, and one of you will win 1 year of Creative Cloud, all apps, fully paid, 1 year for free, and no pints.
Maze balls.
Just so you know. And the winner will be picked at the end of the stream. And if you have already won, well, unfortunately, you can't win again. If you're still in the free.
We need the smallest violin of the world right now.
Well, I don't. I prepared the winner's sound, but I didn't prepare the smallest violin. So, sorry.
So let's see where his eyes are. Right there, or his mustache. Okay. So there are some shapes in here that I cannot yet define because they're in the darks. So I'm just working with light and dark right now. They're not in the halftones. They're inside the darks, like this reflected light over here. His face is in the shadow, but this little shape right here is actually reflected light. But reflected light still belongs to the dark family. So we will not touch that right now. We have to be disciplined. But I'm carving out this piece here because this is definitely light.
Oh, yeah. And hello, bags. Welcome in.
And I'm really happy because a lot of people made some great submissions already for the challenge, and
Yeah.
they're just so beautiful. I almost cried a little bit yesterday. There was so much beautiful feedback in Discord where people like, oh wow, the process really unlocked to me now and understand it now, and it brings so much joy to my process. And that's what I wanted to hear actually, because that's how I felt when I understood that whole stuff.
And I got a question on Behance asking,
Yes.
what about the copyright? Does Adobe keep that? No, of course not. You only allow us to show it on stream, and of course, it's still your image.
Yeah. So what I already can tell now, and that's a mistake many people like to do, I like to do that too, is the eyes are too close together. And there's actually a cool rule when it comes to anatomy that you can keep in mind. Between your two eyes is always space for exactly a third eye. Right in there. 1, 2, 3. That's a cool proportion to keep in mind.
So you just take the liquify tool and move them over.
Right.
I see. And hi, Annika.
Hello. And here it's important to keep the angles right from the actual original picture you see. That's a lot of work.
How would this whole process with blocking in work if you are planning on working in color? Could you still block in black and white, or would you start to block in colors? Have you any comment on that?
I think that depends on the medium, definitely. So if it's digital, you can start in black and white and, color it with different methods later with adjustment layers and, a transparent pixel, having them locked and paint over stuff. But if you actually work with oils, you're not painting with black. You actually start with the light colors, and it's a very different process because of that.
Okay. And welcome in, Tunch.
Sorry?
No, welcome in, someone, Tunch.
Was
joining the chat, just saying hi.
Hello.
Because that boosts engagement. Makes us feel more relatable.
Oh, okay. Now that's all the big words here.
Yeah. Synergy. Metaverse. It's really fun just watching you bring in all the details and piece by piece adding those highlights.
Yeah.
And even though it's a quite dark gray you have as a background, it still looks like a highlight.
It should start to look like him a little bit. I don't think that I will capture his likeness completely today because just the lack of time. There's painting a portrait and make it really like the original takes some time. And it's especially this first process of blocking in the proportions that's the most important. And if you actually plan to make that picture look as much as possible like the person you are drawing, then you should really plan in the time for the first stage, because you don't want to go into the shading and all that stuff before you're ready. That will mess it just up. You need more time for that then.
And Stuart is asking, is that another stream you're doing to move into the color aspect? Well, not today.
Not today, but maybe one day if you're interested, we can do that. So here's also one thing. Maybe I just painted the eye too small, because it's not just about proportion. Proportion is not just about the placement of shapes. It's also about the size. So maybe his eye was just a little bit too small. So let's go back to the liquify, and I think I want to move that over.
Yeah, I think one has to go a bit further out. And of course, I really have to restrain myself from doing the backseat artist. Because
Go for
nobody likes a backseat artist. Like, ooh,
That's not.
I'm not doing any work, but you could do this and that better. Like, no.
No, if you see something, let me know, because my eye is already,
Well, if you're asking, I think the chin is a bit maybe a bit too big. Like
Too big.
Yeah, I feel like Rufus's chin is a bit further up.
You mean deep in the length of it?
Too long. Yeah, I feel like
We'll see. I will just block in his mouth real quick, and then we will see it. But maybe you're right. I think this part is already too low.
Because I mean, I have the easy job. I just look at this and say, "Oh, yeah," but you have to do the hard work.
It's the easy job is actually to look at it and say something's wrong. The hard part is to say what is it. That is actually much harder.
Yeah. And of course, if you really wanted to do a perfect copy, then you can just copy it.
Right.
You can just trace
That's
it.
what one of my teachers always used to say. You should stop to imitate a printer, because you're not. It's also about you. It's how you see something and your perception of the world. It's not just imitating and.
Not to say that these hyper-realistic drawings aren't really cool. I see them a lot on the internet,
cool.
where people are just drawing like down to the pore of the skin, and
it's fun.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the hovering art director. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see Let's see what we has to say.
I like where this is going, but let's just start over.
I don't have the time to start over. I'm sorry.
Try some more versions.
Well, there we are.
Just trust
Okay.
me. I'm an artist.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, I know you are.
Is that where you would flip the image to see issues like that?
Oh yeah, that's a good plan actually. Let's do that. Doop, doop. There you go.
Wait, what are you doing? No.
What?
No, not like that.
Where?
You go to view and flip view.
Flip view? Why?
Because this will flip everything, so you also have flipped the other image.
I don't want to flip him. I just want to flip my image. It's just a layer.
But why? Now you
Because
can't compare anymore.
I don't need to compare it. I just need to see that something is different than my image.
Okay.
I don't have to flip Rufus for that. I can see that this eye should go higher.
All right. Never mind then. But in case you wanted to flip the whole image, you can go to view and flip view, because this will actually not touch the layer. The pixels will stay the same. It's just flipping the view. So you don't have to do that. And also it's easier on Photoshop to render. Anyway.
Okay. I think let's throw in some lights.
But Julia, wouldn't you like to try the shadows again? Have a look.
Oh, you learned. Not bad. Okay, let's check them again. Okay.
I was also watching that stream with Tony.
Yeah, you're listening. That's good.
But if we don't have the time for that, maybe, yeah, because we don't have 90 minutes today.
It's true. You know that it won't look like him like 100%. Let's just go for the lights, okay?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
For the purpose of...
what are you trying to say? You can't make a perfect portrait in 1 hour?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Flip view. Where is that? Under view and flip view. No.
Wait, edit transform. I also do it here just for the layer. Or under image rotation, flip canvas or something.
Yeah, but that will change the layers.
The layers?
Yeah, it will actually render everything. So if you have a huge document with hundreds and hundreds of layers, it will have to go through every single layer and flip it. View, flip image doesn't do that. It just flips the view. The layers stay exactly the same.
View, flip image.
Or flip horizontal somewhere. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Thank you, Tim.
That's why I like it. So if you look at the layer preview, like the tiny thumbnails, Rufus is still on the right side, even though
that's
the
awesome.
View. And this is great.
It doesn't have to process everything. That's cool.
Yes.
Thank you. That's good. That's good.
I got you.
Perfect. I love the streams where I learn something.
Right?
Yeah.
Kirsty says, I got some orange juice, and that is nice.
Hey, awesome.
Small things in life.
So I will choose the mid halftone of my halftones here, and I start blocking them in there.
Any reason for picking exactly that tone, or is it just?
It's just the center. It's just the middle of it.
Okay. And you're painting on a
Then
new
layer? Then I can go in both directions. Sorry, what?
You're painting on a new layer in there?
Yes, I have a special layer just for my midtones. I have one for my darks right here. Here's my light layer, and here's my midtones. I keep them separate for now.
Mm-hmm.
It will help.
And Jack says, I think a photo reflects the physical image of the person, and the portrait captures their personality through intentional artistic license.
Yeah, I like that.
Very nice. You should be an artist, Jack. Of course she is. And a streamer.
Cool.
And been on Adobe Live before. Once? Twice? Remind me.
Okay.
Oh, and Tanj with the pro tips. If you want to assign a keyboard shortcut to flip horizontal, Control-Alt or Command-Option H is available for that. Just saying. Thanks for that. Yeah, because it doesn't have a keyboard shortcut by default. You can assign one if you like.
You go to keyboard shortcuts and you say application menus, views, and then you find your, where is it? Flip artboard? No, fit on screen? No, there, flip horizontal.
And then you can add one if you wanted to. More pro tips.
Awesome.
And Harry says, if you get some orange juice, you have to get enough for the whole group. Yes.
Right? If you bring coffee, bring it for all.
But orange juice has way too much sugar for me. And Reverb Mike says, I can never get image trace to work this good for me. Well, you're not tracing. That's not the same thing. Julia isn't tracing. She's blocking in. Tracing would mean that you would take the layer and paint on top of the other one, which is fine if you want to use it. Oh, crap. Which is fine. You want to do it that way. I don't want to put that on my smartphone now. I keep it on the table. But yeah, Julia didn't do any tracing. Or did you?
I just figured that I have some shadows here on his neck too.
That's what I said. Are you really done with the shadows?
I wasn't.
Oh yeah, there we are. Oh, and Kirsty doesn't want to make a mess on the internet. That's why she didn't share for everyone. I mean, that would be quite inconvenient. You would have to pour it on the microphone and.
Digital orange juice for everybody.
Digital orange juice. Is there an orange juice emoji? Let's see.
Oh, of course. I bet.
There's an orange emoji. But no orange juice.
I haven't saved that yet. Ooh, that is risky.
Close enough. Oh. Reverb Mike says, Adobe Trace is for you. Image Trace. It's a feature. Yes, of course, in Illustrator, I think, right?
Image Trace, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's something different, I would say. Yeah, would that still be considered a portrait? I guess so.
Well, something that Adobe Sensei made for you, yeah.
Well, I suppose you can still modify it in a certain way. And it could be different from the original photo. Or you could image trace your own portrait if you wanted to.
Right?
Oh, orange. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Orange milk. Yeah.
Ew. Some things don't go together very well.
Like orange and toothpaste.
Yeah, or kiwi and milk.
Have you ever had orange juice after brushing your teeth?
No.
Don't try it.
Okay.
Or do try it and report back to us. But no, don't. Tastes horrible. Adobe Sensei is Tim himself, yes. Just draw, no tracing. Yeah, well, neither Illustrator tracing nor photo tracing by putting it on top. None of that is happening today. And now you're already going into the blending part.
I actually copied all of my layers and made a backup for it in case I want to go back. But right now I'm already smudging out my darks right here.
Something the art teachers would have hated me for. When I drew
Why?
something in pencil and I just went with a thumb like, no, don't do that. Like,
Okay.
Because they want me to use the pencil to shade.
Yeah. I get that.
Now we're doing it, and you can do nothing about that, Miss Hoffman. Haha.
Tim is free today, Miss Hoffman. He can do what he wants.
Well, I'm not doing anything. You're doing it. So.
You drawing? I saw you draw.
Yeah. But that was quite a while ago. Still on my Behance, I think. Right, we do have about 20 minutes left. Because we still have to dedicate some time to the challenge.
Right. You have still time to submit your submissions.
Submit your submissions. Yes.
Submit your submissions.
And if you like to do that, make sure to go to the Adobe Live UK Discord, which is also a great way to stay in contact with the community outside of Adobe Live and outside the challenge. And submit your work to the stream submissions channel, and we will have a look at that at the end of the stream, aka in about 20 minutes. And Kirsty says you can use special blenders that blend pencils. Yes, like in Photoshop and in the real world. But yet they still didn't like that. And Reverb Mike says, I drew with a pencil once and you could see all my lines through the oil paint.
Oh.
Ah, dang. And Creation 6 says, this looks more like a spray painting than using the finger with the pencil. Yeah, a bit. It's very soft. And if you wanted to get some texture in it, of course, you can use one of the textured smudge brushes. There are hundreds of them in the Kyle Webster brush pack.
Yeah, you can really go crazy with Kyle's brushes.
But if you can't get the shapes and the tones right, having texture won't really help you. Because it will still look wrong. You have to get the shapes right. And to get the shapes right, you don't need texture, at least not right now.
Exactly.
Some toothpastes are striped flavored. This tastes green.
This tastes red and blue.
Now they're talking about orange and toothpaste. Oh no.
That's a stream life, you know that.
And Stuart says, need to go back and watch your brush stream from the other week. That will open up even more creative starts. Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe I can do part 2 and part 3 sometime, because that's what I did for the German streams. If you meant my stream, at least. And Creation 6 says, in oil paint, you need to use titanium white to make the color more opaque. Or as Bob Ross would say, titanium white.
And then beat the devil out of it.
And beat the devil out of it.
Don't do that with your grip pen.
Just sitting there with a Wacom pen. It's not working anymore.
And this is new. I bought it just for the show because my old one wasn't working anymore.
Oh no.
And since my Wacom is so old, I was afraid I couldn't get a pen for it anymore.
Which tip are you using? Does it have an exchangeable one?
Yeah.
So, which one?
Well, I don't know. It's just black.
Oh, okay.
I have different ones in here, but yeah, it's just a simple black one. One solid.
Because I also got a tablet quite a while ago, and I asked Julia, hey, which tip is the best one? And you said like, ooh, do use the one with the white tip on it.
Yes, that's the one I like most, but it didn't come with the pen actually, and I don't know where I have mine.
Oh no. And I've also heard that some people really like the felt tip because if you beat that one up a lot, then it actually feels like more like a brush.
And then we come again to the idea that Rufus once had to use spaghetti as.
It works.
And it's scratching your surface.
No, not really. It's just like a bit greasy, but you can rub that off again. It's fine. I've tried it. And it's also very tasty. If you're not quite sure, and if you put the pen in your mouth, like, just need some pasta sauce.
Yeah, it might be a bit dry actually.
And Angus, hello there.
Hello.
Make sure to cook it first. No, you don't cook it. Otherwise, that would be a quite weird drawing experience. Like, no. Is that what Carl is using? Makes a lot of noise as it runs across the screen. I think so. I think Carl is using the felt tip.
He's using spaghetti.
No, the felt one.
Ah, okay.
Like the gray one. Don't have my Wacom pen holder right now, but if you twist it, and some of them, they have more tips in it if you don't know that.
Yeah, right here. That one.
Oh, there we go.
There.
Oh, hang
like
on.
a little hidden treasure.
Oh.
That's cool. That's where you can hide your drugs.
Legal
Your
ones.
artist.
Legal ones.
Yeah. Like Nerds. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I tried Nerds. Have you ever had Nerds?
Yeah, every day on stream.
Nah, not these kind of nerds.
If you want to be really evil, you put Nerds, M&Ms, and Skittles into one bowl and see them suffer.
Yeah, I had cherry and watermelon yesterday. I don't know if I like it. It was interesting, to say the least.
Where did you get them?
We have a new Asian market here in town. It was really nice, and they have a lot of interesting stuff. Sweets from all over the world.
Apparently, Oliver says on intros, the opposite end of the pen unscrews and the tips are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And you can also, Jack says, you can get a new tip for your Apple Pencil as well. But Wacom and Apple aren't interchangeable. Yeah, of course.
Ah, yeah.
But I've never used a new tip on my Apple Pencil.
I've never had to. Yeah.
Maybe if you have a special screen protector that scraped it off too much. Maybe then you need a new one. Who knows? No, Apple doesn't have different styles. It's just the one.
And now that's where it's getting tricky. It's getting tricky. If you want to liquefy something, you can always just liquefy one layer or a smart object. No, not even a smart object, I think. So if I already painted my halftones underneath, I might have to apply the same filter to the same. But that's actually, I will show you in a second. Where's my brush here? Oops.
Yep, that's it. Nailed it.
That was it.
You're done.
No, I can't get the right size in here. Come on. No. I have to use the numbers, I guess. Let's say 50. Yeah, that's good. Up, up, up. There's an artist I like that used the terminology to sit in the monkey house, because see, I can apply the same filter I just used to another layer, so it's actually the same. It's called, if you being in a monkey house is working on a project for way too long, so you actually don't see what's going on anymore. So if you work in a zoo and you're working in a monkey house all day, at one point you don't notice anymore that it's really stinky in there. So if you go out and you come back, you will actually see you. Russell just submitted an image of me on Discord. Thank you. I like it. So if you go out of your project, do something else, like go for a walk and have lunch, and then you come back and you actually see what you did. That's leaving the monkey house and coming back. And sometimes you just have to do that because your eyes will get used to.
And that's exactly what we're about to do right now. So see you in 2 hours. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Actually, it's 46. We could actually start looking at some subs.
Depending on how long you would like to spend on that. But I think we do have about 4 minutes. You can at least do some final strokes. And if we go over by a couple of minutes, should be fine. Right? Yeah. Okay. When in doubt, go get snacks. It's the only live stream today, no time limit. Well,
right?
No,
who said that? That's a very important.
Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Well, that's not quite true. We do have other live streams today, like the Daily Creative Challenge, Creative Encores, Office Hours are still live today. And of course, other fine people who are streaming on Behance, they're also still live.
Oops.
And Tanj is saying, the eye. Apparently something's wrong with the eye. It's a bit too open, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, there's a lot going on here, but I will not be able to fix that on stream. I'm just having fun right now.
But you need to go cycling. Yeah, that's right.
That's actually what I wanted to show you. What I said on the first day on Monday is like the most important thing is to have fun and to enjoy it. And even if it doesn't look like the original, if you can keep having fun with whatever you do, the chances that you're going to stick with the experience of painting is higher. And this is your life. It's supposed to bring you joy and fun. So,
and the most important rule of the whole process?
Be kind to yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm always kind to myself when I'm painting, at least since a couple of years.
And Reverb Mike says, Friday the 13th, watch out for Jason. No, he's not live, but I still have a gift for you. There we are.
Yeah.
Can you use a neural filter on it to adjust the face?
That's an interesting question. I haven't installed them. I tried once and it broke my Mac. So I'm a bit afraid of them actually. But that's an interesting question. I will try that one day. I hope you can also see how important it is to get the proportions right in the beginning.
Yeah, I assume that's where the red lines help.
Yeah.
And Angus says, agreed, I would be happy with more Julian knowledge/wisdom share. Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Sorry,
I have nothing left.
You have to come back, apparently. So sorry about that.
But no, I have nothing left. That's all you know. You know as much as I do now.
And the rest is practice.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, the rest is having fun.
All right. So I think it is about time to slowly go to the challenge submissions.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready.
I am. We have some. Yes. What?
Do we have some new submissions that we didn't have?
I have one here. Russell submitted one.
Okay, cool.
He painted a host, which is me.
Do you have that in your Photoshop? Okay, then I can briefly show it. So let's start with the first one that you have.
Okay, the first one I have is from Daryl, which is super cool because he obviously really knew what he was doing. He really listened to what I was telling, and he also added color, which is really cool. And he used a lot of cool brushes that are definitely Kyle's brushes here. And I also like the artistic style that he did around with the sketches and keeping it loose is really, really nice.
Super
right?
cool. Yes, and I also really like the creative use of the color because you can clearly see skin doesn't usually have the shade of color, but with this background and with this whole color theme, it totally works. And also I really think he managed to capture the expression, sort of looking at the camera. And it's
a self-portrait. I guess Daryl looks like that. And you're right. The color actually looks like reflected light on his face.
It's like the Mona Lisa. Mysterious smile.
Yes. And I think I think he did great because he kept the values right. That's and he painted with the right color values too, so that's why it looks so realistic. Mm-hmm. Really nice.
And big fan of the patterns in the background.
The halftone brushes, I believe.
Maybe. Could be a pattern too. I like them. Who knows?
They're cool. I wonder if that was Photoshop or Fresco.
Yeah. Let us know. If you're in the
chat. The next one I have is from Dawn, and she, I think, painted her niece, I believe. Yeah, her little niece, she's 4 years old, and she actually did a great job. She took everything step by step as she learned it in the stream this week. And look at that. She started with 2 values, added the halftones, and then went all the way. And I think she did a really nice job. As she said, it's hard to paint children sometimes, especially since they have such a soft skin and soft shapes. Yeah. There are no hard shadows. It's hard to capture because everything is so soft, especially with this lighting that she has in the picture right here. You can see that was a good challenge. You did a great job by capturing her features, and it really looks like her. I'm proud of you. Great job.
Yeah, these images that don't have a ton of contrast are probably pretty hard to paint since you can't.
Yeah, you have to put more thinking in there. It's less seeing, it's more thinking. You have to really think about what you're seeing there.
So nicely done. Thank you for submitting.
Yeah, a great job. Also like the blue highlights in there. It's cute. And here comes Kirsty, which I really love. She painted Tony on day 1 while he was hosting me. And I think it's just awesome. It is so cute. He even painted the board game that was behind him on the wall. And what I really love about that is how you actually capture his beard and the expression in his eyes, and that his body has this heart shape, which just shows how kind and loving Tony actually is. I really love that. Thank you, Kirsty.
And it wasn't done analog. I think it was the only one done with real media.
Yeah, and in color.
And in no, it wasn't the only one in color, but it was definitely color.
No, yeah, but also in color.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Kirsty. It was really nice. And then I have Sean here, who did the self-portrait, and he himself said, "I got crazy on blurring the edges, but I had fun." And I think he did a great job capturing the overall shapes. And yeah, I get the feeling when you have the shapes right, and then you just get lost in really, making the edges, and suddenly you realize you've lost your shapes, but it's still fun. I get that. And yeah, I like it. I also like the photo of you, Sean. It's really
Right,
nice.
that's such a cool photo. You
Yeah.
could almost imagine having some text next to it in a perfume bottle, and there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect ad. Or it could be also on a vinyl disc and just a CD cover, like
Right.
Flugelhorn tunes by Sean.
Coastal tunes.
Coastal tunes.
And then I also have Steve here, and Steve did actually a really nice job by capturing the darks and lights in his photo. And he said he liked it that way. He didn't go with the halftones because this way he could actually hide the wrinkles. And we had a little conversation about that. And we agreed that's actually really nice to paint wrinkles and that they're something that really make a personality. So this is a really nice self-portrait. Thank you, Steve.
And I think this one could also go further with the blending a bit.
Yeah.
And bringing in some of the halftones, which you mentioned, because I think you pretty much achieved some halftones by using texture. This is another way to do it. But
that's right.
Perhaps you could bring in some detail back with some subtle halftones. Just an idea. All right. And the last one by
The last one is from Stuart, and it really blew me away because Stuart did paint Tony, and you just really nailed it, Stuart. I'm so proud. And even when I read your comment on how you actually understood and the stream helped you, and what I tried to explain to you really unlocked something in your painting process, and you were actually able to understand portrait painting, that made me really, really happy. So great job on that. I know that also Tony loved it. He saw it, he was just amazed by it. And yeah, great job. Great job on that.
All right. So now, oh no, hang on. One last one.
One more. We have Russell's painting of me.
Yes. Let me quickly open the Discord.
Russell's taking pictures of me all the time, so he has a lot of reference images.
Okay, there we are. So first of all, let's have a look at the reference image. This is it. Where was this done? Where was it taken?
That is in Frankfurt Airport.
Oh, of course.
That's where when he came to Germany to be with me, I picked him up at Frankfurt. This was the first picture he took of me here.
And this is it. There we are.
That's my big smile because we're united. Thank you, baby. Thank you for your submission.
So just said bitter. There we are.
Bitter.
All right. So I think it's time. It's time to pick the winner. So how should we do that? How should we do that, Julia?
Well, it's hard because they were all fantastic, but I think what
we could also do random drawing, whatever works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually confident to say that Stuart won today because his painting of Tony he put so much work in that, and it's really outstanding. He understood the process and it paid off for him, and I'm happy for him because I think he will go a long way with that. And he could use the Creative Cloud subscription so he can actually, do more.
I totally agree. This is a wonderful image. And congratulations, Stuart. And now
Congratulations!
Dang it. I had the sound effect prepared and I didn't have it. Let's try again. Congratulations, Stuart.
Yay! Creative Cloud for you. Great job.
All right. So we will be in contact with you, Stuart. I don't think you have currently a free subscription going on, unless if you do, then please let me know and then we can figure out something. But congratulations. Really
congrats.
Happy. And of course, thank you everyone for submitting.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad so many people participated in it. Very nice.
Okay, he doesn't have one. Great. Well then, congratulations. And
awesome.
Yeah, like I said, even if you didn't win, I hope you learned something. And if you still like to participate, but of course you can't win anymore, obviously, you can still download the original file that Julia provided. And I will put that link in the chat, and also it is on the Discord.
Yeah, and I also have that whole project with the streams in my Behance profile, so you can watch it over again and also look at the cheat sheets and download the file if you're still interested.
And if you're not following Julia yet, make sure to click on the info tab above the chat, and in there you can follow Julia and me.
Yes.
And that is it for the day. Wow, right on the nose.
Oh, awesome, right?
Amazing. All right, so congratulations, Stuart and Julia. Thank you so much for this wonderful hackathon.
Oh, thank you. Such a great week.
It was definitely a great insight in the way you paint, and a super easy and fun way to get amazing looking portraits.
Right.
And I can't wait to see if we get any more submissions, or if I suddenly find inspiration to start drawing.
I hope so. I hope so. And always remember rule number 1. What is that?
More pizza. Be kind to yourself.
Right. Awesome.
And with that, that's it from us today. Remember, no US streams apart from the replays and office hours. And we will be back on Monday with another fantastic stream. And I think this one is by, let me quickly check and bridge the time while I open my board and watch. Yes. With Geo Law in Fresco. It will be all about character design with our wonderful one and only Maddie Moss. Bring your sunglasses. And on Wednesday, we will be joined by Matt Voice, and he will do a typography and animation masterclass in Gareth After Effects. Yes, that's right. An Illustrator, I think. And on Friday next week, it will be a collage and illustration with Nick Lieferber, and he is joined by... We don't know yet. Maybe it's going to be me. Who knows? All right. And that's it from us today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a nice weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Do some portraits and send them our way. And Julia, any last words?
No, just be kind to yourself. Enjoy the process. The rest falls into place.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.